Scalabrini started during Corona season. And by the way, the community around welcomed it. And they welcomed the idea whereby we had some good number of children. Unfortunately, Corona broke in and people were at home. Then now officially, it started in 2022 up to date. Yes, and when we resumed back from Corona, and the parents, actually at first I thought that the parents had already lost hope. But when we resumed back, parents still they had the same what? The same feeling for the school. They still have the interest. Then they gave us children. As we started from there up to now, we are still moving on well, and we are very good, and we are very happy with my community around. Even they are also happy with the school program. When the parents as well as the students, when they are at the gate, one thing I want them to pick interest in was the environment. The environment should be conducive, and I think you can even see the compound is welcoming, and we make sure that it's ever clean. Not only that, even the classes, because a school, we call it a school, if it's conducive for learning. And what makes it to be conducive? Classes must be very okay. Even the arrangement of the desks, everything in the school must be very okay. And some few parents who are just new, whenever they come here, they just say, this is a real school. And I'm still even welcoming more parents, even other children. For us, we use solar, and we don't even run shortage of power here. From day one to the last day, we have solar system, and maybe with the time you will see. So, two, about other activity, we have our garden, and we normally plant, I think for the last 2 years, we've been planting maize. Sometimes we don't even now waste money buying for food crops. So we just harvest from our garden and we make it. And fortunately enough, this year, during a dry season, since we also have our solar here and we have our water, whereby we provided that water as an irrigation scheme. So during dry season, it was in February, March there. We had planted our cabbages there, and after 3 months, we enjoyed it very well. So, and right now, we are still now preparing that garden to what? To plant maize for the second season, so that that will help us as the term begins next year. That maize we are going to plant this season. We must make sure that now, if we want to build a child, we must emphasize on the discipline cases. We must make sure that our children are well disciplined. For that matter, we don't do that one alone. If we will begin a term, we normally call the father, Reverend Father, to come and open the term officially by prayers. So from there you find that the children will not just only see or they hear from people who are within. They also, now when the father talk to them, they say, hey, at least this school, or whatever the teachers and the teachers, they normally tell us it is the real, because the same thing also was told by the father. So now it gives us less work to keep on pumping these children with other things. For them, they just learn. They say, okay, I will be like this. I think that is what we are now carrying out. As I talk, we are planning now, next week, we are going to have mid of term prayers, whereby it will also be led by the father, Reverend Father, from Laibi. He normally comes here. I think that is how we are building our children to be a good leader in future. A good leader must be an example to others. Then a good leaders must be somebody who normally communicate or must also make coordination with others, because you cannot lead alone. So you have to make coordination, and that's why we normally also the way we normally talk to children, we normally communicate to them, because in our communication there, they also pick something. We normally communicate during assembly, and when we are communicating, we also expect after our communication, they also pick something, whereby at times we also give them room. As I talk, we have elected our prefects of recent. We have the head boy, we have the head girl, and for them, the way they normally imitate what we normally tell them when we call for open campaign. They were doing like that. Then I was very eager. So at least we are moving forward. And then they're also picking and they are doing the rightful thing for a good leader. That's where we don't stick to all the class work. We also extend our knowledge, so that the children should not, after Father John, they should not just sit and they wait and they begin to cry as other in the what in the villages. So for that matter, we have introduced ICT training here. That's it. Learning how to use computer. It is there. So whereby we also have the timetable. After classes, they go for that one. So that if a child leaves, Father John, as he waits for the what? The results, that will not just be sitting. Will be doing what? Will be doing other things, small. That was to keep that one busy. So I think that is my vision. Only doing that one, the child will not, will achieve something. Two, when I came, where I was, we keep on making comparison. I also bring new things. In fact, I was the other side of West Nile. We also had our project of poultry keeping. So when I came this way, then I thought it. Can I leave that one in West Nile? Why can I also introduce here? I called the director. I even had a meeting with parents. I shared with them. So in the third term, we are going to have our poultry keeping, whereby this one here can also help us to make our children become the excellence in future. Even if they are not here, they can be there keeping what? Keeping chicken or birds. That one will not help them only in maybe producing some money, but also in the passing exams. Because that one also one of the topics this is taught in primary level, as well as in the secondary. For the children to perform very well, I think we need, I could say, four departments or four sections. One, the side of teachers. We have us to play our role. Then the side of parents, also to play their role. Then also the side of the children themselves to play their role. And above all, the community around. So these are the people I normally consider in the performance of our children. How do community around maybe promote the good performance of the children? One, this land here, initially it was not for Father John. So this land here, the director just bought from the community. So that it means they also played a good role of giving the land for the school. Okay? Then, coming to the parents, the role of the parents to make sure that they look at the health of the children. If the child is sick, must treat the child. Two, to facilitate paying school fees. This is a private school, and for the school to run smoothly, we need some small money from the what? From the parents. So we normally engage them at least to pay school fees at the time, so that our children are stable. Then how do we normally do this one here? We normally call for the meeting. Then we tell them our vision, what the school wants, to make in 1 day to come, 2 days to come, 1 week to come, 2 years to come. I think we normally sit down, then we analyze together, then we begin now to join our hands. I think that's how we normally coordinate parents, teachers, director, and as well as the community around to make sure that our children, they perform well. Father John Scalabrini, when you look at the structure for school fees and how we normally handle our children, it's quite different from other private schools. Wow. For us, we have categories of children that we have here. As I talk in P7, so far there are 7 of them. They are not paying any single coin because we realize that these are the children who can help the country or the community or the entire world in future. But right now they don't have anything to support them. So we went to the extent of calling them, so that no, for you people, we are going to help you. So we have people who are not paying anything completely. These are people who are totally orphan, and this one here was even announced in Laibe church, and we also engage Father Vincent to get for us those parents or the children who are completely orphan. They are here. Then two, we have other parents. We call them single parents. We found that it's only a lady or a woman is struggling along, but the child future, we see that can be somewhere, can also transform our society if UC studies. So we cannot leave this one here. That one we call, then we ask, whatever little UC can afford to what? To pay. So others are paying like maybe 100,000 for the rest of the term. That's what we are doing. Then we also have other people who can afford. These are having the two parents, and they are somehow they can afford, and our school fees are affordable. So these are the 3 categories. We have people who are paying school fees, then others who are paying half of it, then others who are not paying anything completely. That's how we are supporting our community around. For instance, Scalabrini, we have teachers who are qualified, and the teachers who are real parents, because we don't just pick our teachers from somewhere. We normally call for interview, and we screen our teachers, and we don't mind about maybe the paper only, but how the teacher behaves. It is our first priority to make sure that our teachers we have the quality teachers, whereby they are going to have to instill a good knowledge to our children, so that next time our children also replace us. So Father John Scalabrini is welcoming school. We don't want things which are not good for our children. We provide only good things for our children, and we normally say that our children from Father John Scalabrini, they are different, and this can also transform the community around. Our program for Father John Scalabrini is still ongoing. We are still welcoming parents outside there. We still have few children. For your information, at the moment, we have only 145 children at the moment. Now it means we still have room. And a school whereby we still have few children, these children are taught very well. And every child, the teacher must make sure that you see reaches the child. So our children are of good quality. Even though maybe you can interact with one, you will see that our children are of good quality. You cannot even know that whether it's in P1 or it's in P2 or it's in P1. And for us, we use English throughout at our school here, even outside. Our children use English throughout. So, for example, Scalabrini, it's a good school, and I still welcome any parent who feels like joining us. The vacancy is still there, and we shall provide what is necessary for your children.